Okay, strap in, everybody, because today we are going deep
Deep.
into the world of Twitch streamer, the Filthy Jester,
Yeah.
and we're using his bio as our map. And let me tell you, this is not your typical About Me page.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, a bio can be like a carefully curated online persona, It's that digital mask we show the world. And this one.
Yeah, and this one is wild.
Yeah, this one is a doozy for sure.
I mean, I was hooked from the jump. Sunglasses and a Jester hat, love for setting his farts on fire. Not exactly who you picture when you think Rocket League champion, right?
Right.
But it's the lists of likes and hates that really got me. I mean, this guy loves science and anus cakes, philosophy, and something called a blumpkin. I mean, what is happening here?
It's like, I think it speaks to how online spaces let us embrace contradictions. You know what I mean? We get to play with these expectations, maybe in a way we wouldn't or couldn't in real life. So is he messing with us? Or is this like a genuine look into a personality that's just that multifaceted? It's almost like he's saying, yeah, I'm complex, deal with it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And speaking of complex, the guy loves Ayan, hates Rocket League, which, if you don't know, that's the game he's known for. Same goes for people, actually.
Yeah.
So is this just a comedic bit, or is there something deeper going on here?
I think it makes you think how much of what we're seeing online is really genuine self-expression and how much of it is performance for audience. Expressing this love-hate relationship with something that's like so core to his identity as a streamer, especially on a platform like Twitch. It could be a way to connect with his audience.
Right.
Because it's raw, it's relatable, and it definitely keeps people talking, keeps them engaged.
It certainly does. And those sunglasses, the Jester hat, part of the act.
Yeah.
Or is it a way to control his image? What do you think?
It's like he's putting up a barrier, and the psychology of online self-presentation, it's fascinating because for some folks, especially people in the public eye, like the streamer, those barriers are crucial. It's because they might feel so exposed, so vulnerable in this digital age. So the sunglasses, the hat, maybe that's his way of managing that vulnerability, right? Maybe a way of controlling just how much he's actually revealing to the world.
It's almost like a superhero's mask.
Yeah.
They hide their true identity. But here's the thing, mixed in with all the fart lighting and the anus cakes, there's a real love for science, for space, for philosophy even. I mean, this guy's quoting Carl Sagan one minute and talking about,
Yeah.
the next. So could this be like real intellectual curiosity shining through? Or is it all just part of the act?
I think there's room for both, to be honest. We often underestimate just how powerful humor can be, especially in the online world. So he could be using absurdity, that shock value, to engage his audience, but then at the same time, he's sneaking in some actual intellectualism. So it's a way to make people laugh, but think at the same time.
Yeah, pretty clever approach when you think about it.
Yeah.
But then the bio takes kind of a darker turn when we get to the hates list. Depression's on there, loneliness, even his own brain. Makes you think about the toll that this constant performance, this curated chaos, might be taking.
Absolutely. It's a stark reminder that online personas, as crazy as they might seem, they are crafted by real people with real emotions. And to talk about mental health, especially in a space that often rewards, humor and lightheartedness, that can be incredibly difficult. But by being open about his struggles, he might actually be building a connection with viewers who are going through something similar. Like he's saying, hey, you're not alone in this.
It's powerful. And honestly, really brave.
Yeah.
And speaking of connection, let's talk about those inside jokes that are sprinkled throughout this bio. Bong Quest, cooking with Cage. I mean, what can these seemingly nonsensical phrases actually tell us about the Filthy Jester and his community?
They're like secret handshakes, They're creating a sense of belonging within that community. Think about it in terms of a social identity theory. We define ourselves, at least partly, through the groups that we belong to. So sharing these inside jokes, these weird phrases, it strengthens those bonds. It reinforces that shared identity. And, the more obscure the joke, the more exclusive the club.
So Bong Quest and Cooking with Cage aren't just random silliness.
Yeah.
They're like badges of honor for those in the know.
Exactly.
It's so fascinating how these tiny little details can reveal so much about a community, about how it works,
It really is, yeah.
So after spelunking through this wild bio, what have we learned? Well, it's definitely a crazy ride.
Oh, for sure.
But it also gives us a peek behind the curtain of online personality, right? It shows how humor and vulnerability and even this yearning for connection can all exist together in the same space.
It's a reminder that online identities are complex. They're multi-layered things. And the masks that we choose to wear online, whether they're sunglasses and a Jester hat or a carefully curated Instagram feed, those masks can both reveal and conceal parts of who we really are. So the question is, how much of ourselves are we actually willing to show?
That's something for all of us to think about, especially when we're crafting our own online personas. Are we embracing the chaos, like the filthy Jester?
Right.
Or are we playing it a little safer? The choice is ours, ultimately.
It is.
But being aware of those masks we choose, of those identities we create, I think that's a powerful first step.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
Yes.